Oh, it's not world changers. I'm so happy. We have our special guest tonight, and she's an amazing lady. This is Donna Harper coming to you from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And I help stay at home moms, single moms, and working moms as I've been there to create a better life for my family and your family. Leave a comment to let me know where you're tuning in from. And how was your day? Anyone watching the replay, thanks for watching, and let me know where you're tuning in from and add hashtag replay in the comments. So we have our special guest waiting. She is an amazing world changer. She was on a company call on the weekend, and oh my goodness, I didn't even know half of her story. She is a powerful woman. Nothing stops her. She is able to push through everything. So please stay until the end to get more information and how you can change the world and your life. So now I'm going to welcome my powerhouse lady who has accomplished so much. Like I said, nothing stops this woman. And she has served in the Army for 3 years. She was a parachute jumper. Most of us would not do that. And I believe she said she jumped over 300 jumps. So that's amazing. I think once would be enough for me. And she's been involved in many different companies, organizations, and whatever she does, she puts her whole heart and soul into it. She joined a company, Opulence Global, in 2016, I believe. Was that right, Amarjeet? Yes. And I just want you to hear her because she is amazing. She is a mother. She is special to everyone in our company. She helps everyone. She cares for everyone. She's like family. So welcome to our screen, Amarjeet.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you very much for inviting me on this call. I definitely appreciate and hope that we can change many people's life. Yes, out there. So there's nothing is impossible. Everything is possible. If you put your focus and what you want to achieve, nothing can stop you.
And I know from following you, there is nothing that you can't do.
Definitely.
So can you tell me about yourself, your childhood, your family, where you came from? And thank you very much for taking your time to join us. It's 9 a.m. in the morning, everyone. So she's a trooper.
Sure. I'm from the Sikh family. I'm born in Singapore, and I'm the youngest in the family who does everything outside the box compared to my siblings.
I'm with you.
So I always do something, and also as a Sikh, you always have to follow. People say this, people say that, but I was very lucky because I'm the youngest, and my dad actually allowed me to do what I want to do. So that was a plus point for me to do what. So as a young person, I used to run. I used to run for schools, and that's where when I found I was very active, and I used to run with my second brother, and when when he joined the army, because in Singapore the boys compulsory, they have to do the army for 2 years, 2.5 years is compulsory. So I found that I lost a partner for runs. So he was in the army, so actually he is the one that motivated me, because in the army he was still doing some runnings. So I said, wow, that's really good. So I finished my O levels. They call it class 10, I would say. And I didn't want to study anymore. I said I also want to join the army and do some running for them. So I went for my medical checkup, and the medical told me, "Hey, Miss Amarjeet, you are very fit. Why don't you join um, organization?" I said, "Oh, that's good." I said, "What do I do?" They said, "Pack parachute and jump." I said, "Sure, I'm on."
Wow. I can relate with you. I'm the baby too and got away with a lot.
Yeah, so that's where my um, life starts, and yeah, then been there, and definitely my parents didn't know what I was doing. Did not. Yes. I did not tell them. Only me and my second brother knew about it, what I was doing. Until one day, my eldest brother came to know about it. Told my parents, especially my mom. She went over the hills. She said, "Oh my God! Before you start running, now you're jumping from planes. You got no life. You got this."
And you still love her.
Oh yes, definitely. So yeah, so that's what. And yes, after that, finished and got married, and I have two lovely kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have two lovely kids. I'm a grandma for two kids also, and and then in 1999, when things happened, I wish we both split up. And in 2000, I was doing some direct selling, and I decided to actually post it, to expand it in Australia. But things did not happen. And so I packed my bag with $600. I did not share this the day, because it was like very short. I have a lot of stories. With $600, I packed my bag and went to Australia.
With your daughter, right?
No,
Or did you
no,
go
my daughter
alone?
went alone. I start my journey alone, and things did not work out. So what happened? I came back, and I started. They said, "Oh, maybe you can do some studies and to go to Australia." So I said, "All right." So I did IT, which I'd never touched a computer before. So I did it's a basic course and as well as advanced course, and I was working in a convenience store with $10 an hour. And the boss told me, "Hey, Amajit, why don't you help me with mortgage broker?" I said, "What is that?" He said, "Oh, we do mortgage broking too. It's a company. Why don't you help me with that?" I said, "Oh, sure." So I did my mortgage course. While I was doing my mortgage course, and I found that a lot of my customers was buying properties. So I told my boss, I said, if they are buying properties, why don't I do a real estate course? So he said, "Sure, you want to do that?" I said, "Yeah." So I did my real estate course. I got my license and all. What I did was I closed the mortgage for them. I get them approved, pre-approved, but get a house for them, and I do double those.
Wow.
Because yes, because in when I left, I went to Canada. In Australia too in 2000. In 2003, my daughter was actually studying in Canada with his uncle. She was with the uncle, and in 2003, she said she wants to come back to, no, 2002, she wanted to come back to Singapore, and she said, "I want to come back home, and I prefer to be home." I said, "Sure." So she said, "I want to join you in Australia." I said, "Give me a year. Give me a year, and I'll work for it, and you can join me." And in 2003, she enrolled in the University of Sydney.
Wow.
And yes, whatever money that I earn, I put it into her education, which was a 5 years course. She's actually a mental health occupation therapy. So yes, she need to do a foundation course plus a 4 years university. So, and we start there, and everything was going on fine. Got a place, everything was running. In 2009, she said she finished her school, her uni in 2008, and 2009 she said, "Mom, I want to go back to Singapore."
And what did you
and
do?
and I packed everything and came back to Singapore.
Wow. So you're not afraid to take risks, to take challenges. You just go for it.
Yeah. So I came back to Singapore, my hometown, and I started. I got a job. I got a job. A friend of mine who was running a restaurant. So he said, Amarjeet, I think you help me with the events. I said, sure, because and also a HR, because he have so many foreign workers who has problems. So I used to solve their problems for them, and sometimes they do have, right, and I do the events and all. And in 2011, he was forced to close the restaurant because the government wanted to take over the area. There I go again in 2011, and I was 51, 51 years old.
Wow.
And yep, and still looking for something to do. And a lot of my friends ask me about other MLM, but I wasn't interested in any of the MLM things that they was doing because of a lot of supplements, a lot of pills, which I'm not a medicine person, and I'm not a supplement person. You'd be shocked. My first supplement is Fountain of Life.
Me too. I don't like pills. And when you go to the doctor and they give you pills, it's like,
Yes.
no, thank you.
Yeah, and then a friend of mine told me, say, hey, Amarjeet, you see, since you're from the army, right, why don't you try ethos? Ethos is actually half police.
Oh,
Uh,
wow.
yes, it's half police. So, yep, I was 52 then to join the ethos. It is like where you do when you go to the airport, people check on
Yeah.
you. So I said, I'm not sure where. So I said, okay, I'll try. 52, I'm not sure whether they'll take me. But I said, as long as my medical is good, I think I'm good. So my kids was telling me, hey, mom, you're 52. You think they will take you? I said, as long as I'm physically fit, they will. So I went for my medical checkup. I got everything cleared, and I would join them. And I did a 1 month course. It's a staying course. You come in, you only can go back on weekends.
Wow.
Yes, and I remember the instructor was telling me, hey, Miss Kaur, you're 52. You sure you can take this course? I said, sure, why not? So
Good
we
for
have,
you.
yeah, so in the morning we have to wake up and do the 5BX and all not, and do shooting too. So the shooting was really funny because a few of the guys, they can't shoot because I think they have the fear. So we had a five trials to shoot. So you may have to score 60 over to go for a test. So I will tell them, okay, next training, you be my side, I'll shoot for you.
Wow. You had to help them out.
Yeah, so I target on their target, just because they are beside me. So we went through that. And during and when the final day for the test, I told them, now every one of you is on your own. So we do our best. And I got 98.100, and I became the sharpshooter of the company because my whole batch was everyone was about 20 plus. I'm the oldest, 52. So I scored that, and one of the instructor knew that I was from the army background. So then, because most of the people who is in my batch, they always call me auntie. Auntie said, "Hey, you don't call her auntie. She's what she is before." Yeah. So what happened is, yeah, and I joined, and then I was given a location in a checkpoint, but I wasn't happy doing what I was doing because I find it was a waste of time. Like 12 hours shift, you are just checking on people is a waste of time, and then the hours that is wasted is so. in my mind, I keep on thinking, no, this is not what I want. This is not what I want. So kids was grown
Did
up,
you
and
make good money doing it?
oh yes, the money is good, but the hours, and you really don't have the time because you
No
work 12
life.
hours. Yeah, you work 12 hours. By the time you come home, but you get, you just there. And sometimes we are forced to do 24 hours.
What?
Yes, because of we take over and then there's not enough people, we have to do 24 hours. I've done that many times. So but that's why I find that this is not what I want. So in back of my head, and my kids was already grown up, right? So they was already working and all, and I decided that I may want to go back to Australia because I already has established there, right? So I said, okay, since the kids are working now, I will see what I can do in Australia. I'll go back and do what I was doing. But a miracle happened, and I met Mike in 2012 in December for his niece's wedding, because his niece is also a good friend of mine. One of his niece played netball with me. I'm a
Oh, wow.
netballer also. Yeah, and yeah, that's where we met each other, and got in touch, and we were doing long distance talks for 6 months, and he invited me to his niece uh, niece graduation in US, and I packed my bag and went to US, and I did tell my family. I said I don't know what's going to going to happen. I may get married, I may not. I'm not sure. Yeah, yeah.
Your poor
So
mother must have gray hair.
told my family, I told my kids, I may get married, I may not, I'm not sure. So I went there, and we went for the graduation, and he was thinking, oh yeah, we should get married, and let's do it in Cancun and all. But his family was saying, since everyone was here for the graduation, his parents was there, because his parents are also my family parents' friends, so we know the family well. And yeah, and I was there on the 7th of June, and I got married 15th of June.
Oh my goodness. Wow. And they say that short-term relationships don't work. Yours is a proof that it does. So,
Yeah.
you started many different businesses, right? You were in direct sales. What did you learn when you were doing direct sales? What kind of stood out for you?
Always never judge anybody. Never judge them, because you don't know what they are going through or what they are. So never judge them. Just take them as the normal person, and do what you think is best, right? And the rest, leave it to them.
You shared a story about somebody you were working with in direct sales. Do you
Yes, I
mind
was.
sharing that?
Sure. I was doing direct sales in steam cleaning machine, like the Rainbow and all that machine. I was doing, this is called the Pulte. It's a steam cleaning machine. And I used to do door-to-door sales with this company. And one of a new recruit came in to join us. And usually once you join a new member, you come and follow the old member, and then go to the house and all to do the demo, so that they will also learn. So this new member told me, Amarjeet, no sales. I said, it's okay, no worries, because while going in the house was very simple, and nothing much. And so I said, whatever it is, we still have to do our demo. So I did my full demo, and the wife really liked what I was showing her and all. And she bought the full package, 5,000 over dollars. The husband went to the room, pick up cash, and gave it to me. And the guy who was with me, he was like, really? I said, yes. That's why I said, never judge.
That's amazing. You're with a company now, Opulence Global. What got you started? Because I know you had a rough start with it because you didn't want to get involved again. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Yes, I've been in a lot of other companies networking and all, but always things what they say uh, never happen. So you get frustrated with them, and then you really work hard, and you don't get what you want to. So and it's not clear. So a friend of mine, because I was doing a MLM with him in Australia, and he is the one actually told me about um, GWT then. And because Renee, our youngest millionaire, was coming to Calgary, and he told me to meet up with him, I said, no, I really not interested in networking anymore because it's all, I say, you have been through, I have been through, we work so hard and the company closed down or some things happen. I said, forget about it. So, but the main thing is Renee, he came to Calgary, he gave me a call and I turned him down. I said, no, really not interested. So, and he sent me a flyer, and I had a buffer time then because my uh, meeting and meet up and all. So I just spoke to my husband and I said, you know what? This guy has been bugging me to see it. He said, okay, why don't you have a look? If you're not interested, just walked out. Is there anything lost? No. I said, yeah, definitely. Why not? So I went there, and that's where I met Renee, and it all started then.
And what got you into the company? What did you see or what did he say that was like, yes, this is for me?
Yes, the first thing I would say is compensation plan. Every one of us work for money. That's for sure, right? We definitely need money. So people say I don't need money. I don't think so. So definitely, I want to work where I'm paid. I'm paid to work, and also because it was so simple that we did not have any supplements and all. It was all fashion, and fashion is everybody buy gifts and all. So he asked me one question. He said, how much do you spend a year buying gifts? So I said it can be $500 to $1,000. He said, what if I show you a platform that you can be paid to wear? I said, sure. So he showed me, and I went into direct. I said, okay, because he didn't know. I knew that he was a millionaire because that is my upline told me, right? So in my mind, while he was showing me, I said, this young guy doing fashion and he became a millionaire. Why not me?
And he's a multi-millionaire,
Yes. Now,
not
so I
just a
said,
millionaire.
yes. So I said, now it's yeah. So I said, if he can do it, why not me? All I need to do is follow the system, just be coachable as what he's telling me to do. Just do that.
And you also love that it was global, right? That you
Yes, I
weren't
love, yes.
limited.
I love is global because I like to travel. I don't like to be bounded into a place, the company that I cannot move around. I have to take leave and all that thing. So because my kids was in Singapore and I used to come and travel up and down at least once a year to to see my grandson's attend the birthdays and all. So I found that, wow, this is interesting. So that's where I joined, as well as the compensation plan was really interesting, where we don't have levels, we don't have generations. It was infinity, and we don't have breakage. It was like wonderful. So I said, okay, sure. So that's where I joined the company, and yeah.
Anybody who doesn't understand infinity or any of those things, please reach out to us and we can explain them further.
Sure.
Um, how long have you been in business with the Opulence Global?
I
Because
have
now it's called
uh,
Opulence.
about 5 years, 6 months. Yeah, 5 years, 6 months.
And what's your experience been? What is the things that have just made joy and
Total,
maybe the
totally different.
struggles after?
Totally different. You see, yep. And sometimes people say I don't have money. It's true, you don't have money, but what next? So I did not have money when I joined. GWT. I did not have money. All I did was we did 4 accounts. Myself, my husband, and our 2 kids. We bought 4 accounts, and I went to Canada for the convention, and I found there was about 400 or 450 Africans, on the convention. That inspired me. I said one was Renee, he inspired me, and these people, and I was calculating during that time how much will that be in African dollars. So if they can, yes, if they can do it, why not me? So all I need to do was to go into the business and work together.
Oh, we lost your
Oh, yeah,
picture.
we got it,
Oh,
got
there
it.
you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yep, and yep. So we actually, I'm really, really grateful, because the time that I came in 2016, and then the 2017 we came out the Fairy Flawless, and then in
What
2018.
is Fairy Flawless for those
Fairy,
listening?
okay, Fairy Flawless is something to do with your beauty. See,
That keeps us young looking. People
that
never guess my age
never,
properly.
neither do I. Nobody believes that I'm 61 now.
I just turned 61.
Oh, yes.
We're the same age.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are. So that is one Very Flawless. That I'm also not a person who go for facial and all. I don't do that. Yep, and I don't use all this what SK2 or whatever branded and all. I'm actually a soap person.
Oh, wow. You went from soap to our products. Wow. And you notice the difference in your
Oh
skin, I
yes,
bet.
yes. Actually, my daughter, she was actually before I Fairy Flawless came in. I think in when I was 59, around there, my daughter was telling, "Mom, you can't really be using soap and this. You have to, because you are getting older." So she bought me a cleanser, actually, to use as cleanser to wash the face. So she bought this, and I said, "Okay, no worries, I use that." And then when I first time used the Fairy Flawless, first day, I found my face like tightened.
Mhm.
And then I told her, I said, I feel that my face is like a bit hard. Then she said, yes, mom, because you know why? You don't use product, and suddenly this product is it just worked on you right away.
Yeah.
I said, wow.
I think most people have amazing results with the skincare.
Oh,
Um, I recommend everyone try it. Like it is, even my son, 17 years old, carries his skincare from my house to his dad's. Now, how many boys would carry it if they didn't know it worked?
yes,
So
very
I'm
true.
very happy. Even the toothpaste, he carries it back and forth because it makes such a difference.
Yes.
Um, and the shampoo.
Oh,
I made
yes.
sure he has shampoo at both
Yeah,
houses.
my hair used to be thin. Now you see, like the hair is growing and it's really full now. Like before, it was thinning, so I that's why I cut it short. But now I'm growing. I find that my hair is really, really full. It's amazing how the shampoo is working, and every product is actually working for us. Yeah.
That's one thing. I've been like you in a lot of companies with a lot of different products, and never have I found a company that the products actually work and do what they say they do. Like that blows my mind.
That's true.
Um, and then we came out with another product. And can you tell me some stories about the use, testimonies about Fountain of Life? I'd love to hear
Oh
them.
yes, that's another amazing product that came in, and I love about it is just one product and does everything. I call it a miracle bottle. And for my case, because I have I'm very fit. I got no issues. Yes, but I have pains. I have pains because of my activities I used to do when I was young, you know. So, but I
Jumping out of planes probably didn't help.
Oh yeah. So I actually in the 2012, it happened in 2012 when I went for a game in Malaysia for my netball, and I had actually a very bad fall. It hurt my back as well as my knees. So I was having pains, and sometimes the blood just like so painful. And I went to TCM, I went to acupuncture, I went to the doctor. Doctor forget about it, just they tell me to take painkiller whenever I feel the pain, which is really is unbecoming of taking painkillers. So I went for the convention in 2017 when our CEO was mentioning that we're coming out with a health product. I was like, first thing I was like, oh my God, it's a health product. What am I going to do? You start thinking, and it was a liquid form. So that was one thing that I said, wow, that's better than all these pills that we need to take. So what I did, we received the product in February. So I got that, and I tried the product. Actually, I got my husband to try first because our senior VP said it's a bit bitter. So I told my husband, I said, why don't you try? So he tried. He said, oh, it's not bad. So I tried. The first time I tried, it was like, oh my God, it's so bitter. How am I going to do that? So I started drinking a lot of water. And can you imagine after 10 days, my pain was all gone. I could bend my knees. I could do things. I can, so many things. And I was telling, wow, what the changes. So I told my husband, I said, you know what? I want to go back to Singapore and really test drive this product. He said, why Singapore? I said, you know what? I want to go back and to Singapore and start playing netball and see how this work. So I came back. I came back in April. I've been consuming for 2 months. I did it religiously, and I came back and I shared with people about Fountain of Life, especially with my kids. And I went for my netball training, and the coach told me, "Hey, Amarjeet, you're still fit. Why don't you play the game for us in Malaysia?" I said, "When is it?" He said, "June." I said, "Wow, I got only 2 months to train." She said, "Yeah, only 2 months." I was 58 then, 58 years old. So I said, okay. So I did training with them. At the same time, I did my private training too because I don't have any injuries and all. And yeah, then in 3 days, I went in June for the tournament. In 3 days, I played 7 games, and everybody was shocked. I
And
have
how
not.
old was your team?
Oh, they're all 20, 20, 20, 20, not more than 25.
Wow. And you were competing and keeping up and showing them how to do it.
Yes, and then some of them that I knew that I had this problem. I have not been playing for 6 years. I have not been playing for 6 years. Yeah,
So they
so
couldn't believe how
they
well
couldn't
you
believe.
did.
Yes, so I told them this is the product that I'm using, and it has helped me. So I started sharing bottles after bottles in Singapore as well as in Malaysia.
Wow. You shared a story about your daughter. That was amazing
Yes,
too.
yes. So I shared a fountain of life with her. When kids, they will take today, tomorrow they forget and all. So what happened? She was telling me, "Mom, I need to go for op." Because she snore. Next time you do see her, you don't tell her that, okay? So she snores. So the
It's
husband
going to be
told
over the world, so she might know.
So the husband actually told her to go for the operation. So she said, "Oh, Mama." So I told her, "Why don't you do alternative? Something natural instead of going for the operation." But does the doctor give you guarantee that after the operation you will not snore? Right? Of course not. So I told her, "Hey, what happened to the fountain of life that I given to you? Why don't you try that?" So she said, "Yeah, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I forget." I said, "Okay." So after our conversation, there was a group testimonial sharing about his snoring. I right away sent it to her and said, okay, from today onwards, till the day that you're going for the operation, please take it every day. And she don't take it directly. She take it with water. So I told her to put a bottle near the water so she can do it every day. And amazing that she did not need to go for the operation.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The stories are unbelievable about how the benefits and how life changing it is.
Oh yes, yes. Just one miracle bottle. And I'm not sure whether you heard my story, the latest story about my brother.
Oh, yes. Wow. You can share it.
Yes, it's amazing. He has he went for bypass a few years ago, and I also shared with him Fountain of Life. They're not interested, so that's fine because So late last year, he was having trouble with his health and all, and this year it became worse, and his heart actually only works 10%. That's what the doctor told, and he was admitted, and the doctor can't do anything,
Mm,
anything, nothing. All they gave is medicine to him. So he was discharged on the 3rd of September. So I decided to stay with him, come to his place because he's all alone. And I say, okay, I'll come over and stay with you and take care of you. So what happened is on the third, I mean, I came back. I came earlier before he discharged, and I decided to give him FOL in his milk, in his coffee, in his food, you know, and amazing, amazing changes because he was breathless before. He couldn't walk, you know, and his wounds on the leg because of the blood circulation. So, when you see this and you just said, hey, people, do you know how much cost you save just with one fountain of life instead of taking A, B, C, D, E?
yeah.
And the doctor, because he was discharged on the third, on Monday 13, I brought him to the doctor for review to do the blood test, and the doctor was shocked seeing his recovery, and she asked me a question: are you giving any alternative thing? I told her no.
Oh,
I
you
told
didn't tell her.
no. Because you see, doctors are smart. If anything happened, they say, "Oh, because you gave this," but they will never say it because of her medicine,
Yeah.
right? So I said no. So I'm going for another. He's going for another check a month late now. One month time. I'll see you again
And talk to her.
and talk to her and tell her this is what I'm giving him.
That's amazing how much it helps people. And I love how you said, people are taking A, B, C, and D, and they don't realize how much that's costing. But we have one bottle that they can take, and
Yep.
it helps the whole body. Like, that's all I take. I don't take a lot of other pills and stuff,
Yes.
and I'm thinking, at our age, most people live on pills, which is very sad.
Yes, people go to GNC and buy all this expensive stuff. But what does it do to you, right?
I've wasted so much money in natural
Oh,
food places on stuff that didn't work.
yeah. So yeah, so that's what I say. And because of yeah, in 2018 we have Fountain of Life. So I used to travel to Singapore every I think few months, and my friends was telling, "Hey, Amarjeet, what you taking a bus?" Like Canada, Singapore is about 20 over hours flying. I said, yeah. So yeah, I used to start talking to people. It's one by one. I did not have a full team that, oh, I got a big team coming in. No, it was all one by one, selling a bottle, and that's where my team then business grew. And as usual, I like to pack things and move. So, so in 2019, That's where 2019 I opened a distribution center in Singapore by myself, and yes, yeah, and
Nothing stops you.
yeah. So here I am, and
So
I'm
what
just
were some of your challenges that you went through to build? Well, maybe first of all, tell us how many people you have in your team and how many countries you're in. And then what did you give up to get there? Because people have to realize that it takes time and effort. It doesn't come, it's not a get rich quick. If you want something in life and be a world changer, you need to put the effort in. That's my
definitely.
belief.
Yes, definitely. I like to say I appreciate my husband because when I joined this company, he was the one who support me for my travelings, for my everything that he was supporting me. But I'm lucky because I got a house in Singapore, so that was cleared. And and I told him that I said, give me 2 to 3 years, I'll get you retired. That was my goal then. My goal was to get him retired and to join me. So I got him retired in 2019. Yes, there are a lot of challenges when I brought Fountain of Life to Singapore. And a lot of my friends and many of them was telling Amarjeet, there is so many supplements in Singapore. There's so many this, there's so many that. I said it's okay. I said, definitely, but can't beat mine. I said, okay, you say you have supplements, you have this, you have that. How many are you taking? How much do you spend a month on that? Mine is $88 Singapore dollars, one bottle, right? How much is yours? 200, 300? Why don't you try a bottle and then see for yourself? Right? So you have to tell them that you have to compare what are they taking, and if that they have been taking that, does that benefit them for all these years, and they still was having problems. So it did not benefit them, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I built. Definitely there is challenges, and
Like
uh,
you didn't see your husband for like 6 months
yes,
after
sometimes
being newly married. Most people
yeah.
wouldn't do that.
No, we talk about it because we are old enough, right? We talk about it. So he also, I mean, we talk about it. I said, I'm going there to build the business for long run, not a short term. We are not looking at the short term. We are looking at long term. And I remember telling Renee when he was showing me the compensation plan, I said, Renee, can I make $5,000 3 to 5 years? I did not say it right away. I said 3 to 5 years. Can I make $5,000 comfortably? He said, yes, you can. So that was another thing. Then he said, are you sure, Amaji, 5 is enough? I said, yes, because my kids are working, they are having their own life. It's only me and my husband, right? 5,000 is good income for us to run. So he said, sure. So yeah. So you never say that, oh, you make 5,000 a year. No. 3 to 5 years. I told him very clear. 3 to 5 years, can I make $5,000? Of course, now I'm making 4 or 5 times more. But during that time, for me, 5,000 was a big money.
Yeah. It's like kind of where you're at when you started. Like I'm
Yeah.
doing work on Paradigm right now, and you were set at 5,000 that was enough and that was good. But you've obviously blown past that.
Of course. Yeah. I have a good 1,874, I think, in my team now in 37 countries. Some of them I don't even know who they are.
Isn't that amazing? And you
Yes.
make money on
Oh, yes.
helping the team.
Yes. I always tell people, if you have 1,000 people, you just make $1 from them. You are making $1,000 with your 1% work.
Yeah.
Or do you want to work 100% and make the $1,000? Which one you choose?
Yeah. I'm so with you. I think this is an amazing opportunity for moms because
Yes.
many moms want to be home with their children. And I know, like, I was blessed the first 6 years to be with my son. And I would never, ever give that up for any money because you get such a special relationship. You get to watch them grow up. And yeah, I mean, he stops in and sees me every day. You
Yes,
know,
because
it's
you
just,
see, it is very important. You see now, example, my brother case, right?
yeah,
If I wasn't have the time freedom, or I didn't have the time money freedom, I won't be able to look after him. And also, he was actually, we wanted to put him in the home so that he can do a recovery stage. A recovery stage. It was rejected. Can you imagine? It was rejected because of his condition.
wow. So he couldn't even have went there. So what would he have done if it wasn't for you?
Yeah.
Wow. That's awful. So, what
Yes.
motivates you every day? Because whatever you're doing, you're making sure you're doing it to the best.
Yeah. You see, in the morning when you wake up and just says that, okay, uh, how many people do I need to talk to? How many people do I need to follow up with that I've spoken to? And one thing I would like to say is during our time, right, when we was doing fashion, our entry fee for the highest was 3599 Canadian dollar. And what we have today, the highest is about 1875, right? The highest. And what you're getting is you are getting toothpaste, you are getting shampoo, you are getting conditioner, you are getting your health, you're having your beauty. And anyway, you are buying this, right? You are buying this outside. So why don't you use this to buy from your own online shop and share with others and make some money?
Yeah,
I'm not asking you to do something outside the box. It's inside the box you are using every day.
yeah. I'm with you on that. It is so um, like it doesn't make sense to me how you would have your own store and go buy your products somewhere else, especially when we have the best of the best.
And it's natural product. It's nothing, no chemicals in it. So we have the best of the
We lost your voice,
business there.
Amarjeet. Oh, okay.
Yes,
There you came back. Sorry,
yeah,
we lost your voice on that.
no worries. Yeah.
Um, what are, tell me about your accomplishments and successes in the business. And I'll just put that MGRS word out there and you can explain that
All
because
right.
no one will know what
Yes.
it is.
Yes, MGRS was actually introduced to us by our CEO in September 2017. So I took this MGRS is actually a monthly global revenue sharing where we have all this sharing, and then we are given a certain percentage of the sharing of the company. But when he came out with this, I took this as my base
Wow.
means every month I need to recruit someone into the business. I have to recruit someone into the business. So I'm looking for fresh blood, fresh blood, fresh blood, fresh blood. Because we don't know which blood will run.
No.
Like Renee didn't know I will run. And one more thing, the day I started this business, my upline wasn't there for me. But
He
I
left the company, right?
yes, yeah. And to me, when you join a business, it's your business. It's not your upline business. It's not your downline business. It's your business. You want to accomplish what you want, you work for yourself.
You're a world changer. You make sure you do what you have to do. And what I love is we can help people change their family health with all natural products that are safe for the whole family. And we can help them change their wealth too. So to me, it is the biggest blessing I've ever had in my life. What happened to your business during the pandemic? And then we're going to have to wrap up. Sorry
Oh,
for taking up so
oh
much of
no,
your
no.
time.
That was amazing. That's another amazing time that because why our business boom up during the pandemic? Because of we are online business. We are online business, so we don't have problems of, oh, we cannot get products, we cannot get this, we cannot get that. We can get everything. And also we are very grateful for our company Opulence Global was able to ship products everywhere during pandemic. Everywhere was closed. And also, and we our genius CEO came out with the Zoom calls, the tours on the Zoom.
Yeah. It definitely moved forward with the pandemic, which was great.
Yes.
And I believe that our products are even more important right now with the world situation the way it is. People
Yes.
need to protect themselves. We need to build our immune system. And if you're not doing that, you could get very sick. Um,
Very true.
how much value has the business given to your life and your family?
Cannot we cannot buy that.
No.
We cannot buy that. It's priceless, I would say.
And your
You know,
life is
we
totally
can have,
changed.
yes, you can have $1 million in your pocket, but the time freedom you can never buy.
Yeah. And that's why you've worked so hard
Yes.
to have the life you want. You sound like me. It's like working for somebody, a boss, hours you have to work, told when you could go to the bathroom, when you eat. It just doesn't work well for me.
Yes. Yeah.
My goal is to get out of the job as soon as possible.
Sure.
How many people would you say that you've helped change their life? And how does it make you feel? And it could be with products or financially.
Uh, a lot of, especially with products, we have. That's why I said, with products, we have changed a lot of people's life, right? And you see, you don't have to take the credit. All they do, they will give you the credit. Can you imagine you sell them a product and they feel better? All they tell you is thank you. It's good enough. It's good enough. But that thank you makes you, it inspire you to help more people. You keep on helping people, the money will come.
The testimonies we have are unbelievable.
Yes. Especially when you go for the testimonies calls, you go for a product call, and over again, our product crossfire is so important to listen. That's where I find that our product is amazing when you listen to our David O and Sanas and all. This actually motivate me what our product actually is. So, and also you must believe. You must believe in the company. You must believe in the product, and you must believe in yourself. Once you are conquered with this, nobody can shake you.
Then you're unstoppable. And I would say, Amarjeet, you're a bit unstoppable. Nobody's stopping you. And I love it.
Thank you.
Last question. What has been the most rewarding experience in your life? It can be anything you've done.
Rewarding, I would say, definitely freedom.
Awesome.
Freedom to do what you want to do.
That's excellent. And do you have any final comments? Anything you want to share that I didn't ask or you didn't get to talk about?
No, you covered actually most of it. You have covered, but like I said out there, if you are listening to us today, never stop yourself. There is always opportunity. Be open. Be open, listen. If you're not interested, that's fine. But maybe not now. Maybe it can be 2 years' time. It can be 3 years' time. I have people who have joined me after 5 years.
Wow.
And I told this business to them 5 years ago. I have people who I told them this business 3 years ago. So now they're knocking my door and say that.
And you don't know who they know. So always ask, do you know anyone who needs help with their health or, want to earn more money? Well, thank you. Thank you. It's been amazing. I really appreciate your time. Now you want to get on with your day.
Thank you very
And
much, Donna. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
yeah. And would you like to give your name and number if anyone wants to reach out to you, and your email?
Sure. You want me to write it on the chat?
Sure. And you can say it out loud too, in case people don't see the chat.
Okay. It is +65, because that's the code. 91325350.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what name do you like to go by? Amarjeet Dhillion or your maiden name?
Yes, Amarjeet Dhillion.
Dhillion. Okay. Because I know Renee called you Kerr, and that's why I was questioning which name you were going by.
Because I have too many names in Singapore.
That's what he said. You're known for many things there. You're kind of a powerhouse woman.
Yeah, so I have different names in different organization and different timing of my life. So when I was in school, I was called different name. When I was in the army, I was called different name. When I was working, I was called different name. So when I play games, I got a different name. So yeah.
And they're all very powerful names, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it's Amarjeet Dhillion, and you gave your number. And is there any other way they can get in touch with you?
Yes,
your email?
Yes, my email. I put my email is very easy. It's ajs.kaur@gmail.com. Okay.
Well, awesome. And if anybody wants to reach out to Amarjeet or to me, let me know, and I can put you in touch with Amarjeet too, and we can maybe do a 3-way or something if you have more questions.
Yeah,
but
you can find me on Facebook too. You can find me on Facebook as Amarjeet Dhillion.
Okay. Do you believe everybody can be a world changer?
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm learning every day from people.
Yeah. And people
never stop learning.
Yeah. And don't stop doing. We always have to be in action and learning what we're.
Yes. Don't let people negativities come into you, because they don't know what you know.
Yeah. Many people try to protect us and tell us, don't do it, it's no good. And they have no idea what we know.
Yes.
Yeah. So we don't want anyone putting us off the road to our path that we know will get us to success. And I can't wait to be on the cruise with you.
Oh, yes, that will be next cruise. Oh, my God, it will be a madhouse, because I think so many of them are qualified, and, and I think so our CEO will book the whole cruise for Opulence Global. So if you, yes, be there for the next cruise. Oh, my God, it will be mind-blowing. I went for the 2018 and the 2019 cruise. Oh my God, it's really, really amazing. Never miss convention.
Yeah. The last convention I went to, I sat with the ladies from Kenya. And now I have friends in Kenya. I did a lot of training with St. Lucia team. And they call me a sister. I'm their white sister.
Yes.
So I was on tons of training with them. And that's what I love. You can change the world anywhere. Like, we're global. And, I love having friends all over the world. I just can't wait until we can travel again.
Sure, definitely. All are waiting for that.
Yes. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate you. You're amazing. You are definitely a world changer. And have a great day.
You too. Thank you very much, Donna, once again for inviting me on this call. Appreciate your time too. I know it's late there too. All right. Thank you so much once again. Bye, everyone. Please get in touch. No
Yes.
problem. If you're not interested, it's okay. We can still be friends.
Yeah. Take care. Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. So join us next Wednesday, or sorry, I'm a day behind. Please join us next Thursday at 7 p.m. and we will see what kind of surprise I have. Have a great evening. Thank you, everyone, for joining.